Hey folks, welcome to another Hatchet's weapon guide. Last time we talked about how you want to play to the Hatchet's strengths, which is not just throwing stuff, but also disengaging and re-engaging to really pack a punch. And so I felt the ability Wild Surge does that best, and you have many different options to do so. But I left out so many details with Hatchets that it's almost entirely possible for me to have a third weapon guide to this because there's so much stuff that I'm sure you may not know about. But first things first, let's continue to talk about some of the other abilities that I have not mentioned. I did mention Lethal Barrage. Piercing Hurl, of course, you've got the choices to make it go faster or make it go farther. And what's cool is that full charge and sometimes against bigger targets, you can sometimes have the ability hit twice. Specifically, I've had it against Sakata Kintoki in the dojo when, with Piercing Hurl Light anyway, I happened to throw it, I got the full charge of it, so that I think I hit him twice as he dodged backwards. It's not something you can rely upon, but it feels so good to get that extra tick of damage. I'll talk about Deadly Spiral in a bit. I've talked about Demon Undercut, we've talked about Dragonfly, even Dual Hawks, and then the sheathed abilities in high stance. So where does that leave us? That leaves us with mid stance, which I did not really cover in as much depth. So first, let's talk about Tile Shaker, which is the cool timely guard, and it works pretty much only against humans. Actually, it just works against humans. Now, what is the timing for this? It seems like you might think, hey, timely guard timing, right? But I've had it pretty much whiff on occasion. So my advice is to get that timing doing it just a hair earlier than you might expect. So you don't want to do it too early or too late because you might end up just blocking and then you get stuck in a bit of a block stun. So let me let me reset this so I can show you the animation in peace. So let's break down the animation real quick. So damn it, it's so fast. So you notice how there's a brief moment where my character is almost like shrugging his shoulders. So it's not when I spam it like that, it's when I hold it. See how it's almost like there's a little bit of a bounce to it? Don't know if you can notice. Dang it, it's so hard to capture. Yeah, it's ridiculously difficult for me to capture. But if I quick block, right, you see how it seems like very jagged. But with mid stance, if I do it quickly, it won't matter. But if I hold it, there's a brief pause where it looks like I'm bracing for a block. So because that comes a little later than you might expect, that's why I advise you to do it a little earlier than Phantom Burst counter timing. I'm not saying as early as, say, Feral, but I'm saying just a little bit earlier, and then you should be able to nail that quite successfully. So if I try to do it just normally... Oh, that actually worked that time. What? Why is it working so nice for me now? Oh, that's because I did that earlier. I guess I'm just so used to it. But do it just a hair earlier than you might expect, and you'll get it. There, actually, I tried to do it on reaction. There, I did it in just a slightly early fashion, and it worked wonders for me. Try attacking me again, please. But yeah, you just a little earlier, and you'll be in good shape. Yeah, I've done it way too much, so that's why it may feel a little strange to you. Alright, let's kill this guy and then I'll talk about other stuff. Alright, thank you, buddy. Yeah, you're special. Let's go. So, okay, just a hair earlier. Now, this is actually going to contrast Spiked Wall, which is one of the weirdest parries, and I think is super unique. Alright, Spiked Wall is very unlike many other parries in that its timing, there isn't really a timing element to it, except you have to do it the moment you get hit. Like, it has to be almost exact. So what do I advise instead? Literally just triangle spam. Not even joking. It'll work. And it does stagger them, which is kind of helpful, but you gotta be ridiculously close range for this to work. One neat thing about it, though, is that it actually functions like skills like Cuckoo's Call from the Odachi or Demon Thrust. So that means it does work against yokai. So if you're close range to yokai, you can pull off Spiked Wall. So here, I'm just gonna mash. And he grabbed me, of course. Alright, watch. I'm just mashing. And it succeeds. So if you're a tankier character... Oh, wow. That actually got a horn break. See here, look. It'll even work on a burst attack. So if you're a tanky character, may it behoove you to mess around with Spiked Wall. So yeah, those are the two parries. Will this Kodama... Come on. Come here. Alright, let's just give you the good old Ippon. Okay, you're done. You're retired. Thank you for retiring. Yeah, Spiked Wall, I would pretty much just advise mashing triangle. There is no animation beyond that. It's not like you wait to get hit, wait like half a second and then do it. It's like the moment you get hit, you toss it out. And that's pretty much it. And that's what I was doing, and hopefully you saw that pretty clearly. So I use it. It's kind of fun because it works against yokai. My character is having B toughness, so the amount of key damage I take is pretty painful. But yeah, it's pretty handy. Now let's talk about the 3 triangle enders. I did not really mention this. If I did, I apologize. I'm still going to mention it again because it's important. But this illustrates the flexibility that hatchets have. And Death from Above is the slowest of the bunch, but you create some distance and jump in the air. So what does that mean? You can avoid many attacks this way. So it's a great disengage. Key pulse window is a bit on the long side, but it really plays to that strength of doing repositioning, which is what hatchets are so good with. I also believe the damage for this is pretty decent as well. Okay, so 572 for both hits. Okay, so roughly 1,000 damage for this character at this time. But yeah, creating some distance is always nice, and you can mix it in with things like Wild Surge to go back in. You're in close range, throw in a Dual Hawks, disengage yet again. Advancing Storm, cause screw you, pal. Even Undercut, cause screw you even more. Grease Lightning anyway, cause screw you again. So yeah, Death from Above really is fun. It's the slowest of the bunch, but it is quite a blast. But I've only been using this recently. For the longest time, I actually started with Bell Ringer. Bell Ringer is very similar to, say, Tonfa's Shove. Kind of has the same feel, the same timing to it. Close range, push enemies back. So let's see the damage, relatively speaking. Not the most, but it's pretty good for key damage. Oh, and this is a pretty cheap 0-key combo, by the way. Provided I always get the hits. But yeah, if you feel... Oh, I gotta talk about Wolf's Rage too, don't I? Not bad. But yeah, it's definitely not the damaging ability, but it may feel the most natural for you to use if you feel Hatchets doesn't necessarily have close range things to facilitate its gameplay. Alright, time to die. Then there's Mountain Hawk, which is really weird. Mountain Hawk was something I kind of shied away from because I was so caught up with like, oh god, hatchets and damage and stuff. Now Mountain Hawk, you throw it, and it has the most range amongst the enders, combo enders and mid stance. So it's good for enemies that are retreating. So say enemies such as Ubame, who backdash a lot, it's really valuable against them. Oh wow, damage is actually pretty reasonable too. What the heck? And it does kind of push you forward. So it's pretty nice in that realm. Let me actually test this against the human. I just want to make sure things are consistent. Oh, so it is this. I thought it'd actually do the least damage. It looks like Bell Ringer is for key damage, more, and key damage or break more than Mountain Hawk is. But ranged engaged, it does a good amount of damage. Not bad. I do believe it does consume some of the most ki though, but it is pretty fast. So let's just try with Boulder Breaker. Not bad. Definitely a really fun thing for me to mess around with. Yet another tool. It can kind of be like one of those things you mess around with. At close range, it's, you know, not the most necessary at that point. Oh, it didn't work. I was hoping it would work. But yeah, it's definitely, I think it's the fastest of the bunch. So bear that in mind. Good damage, good speed, and good range. What's not to love? But yeah, I like Death from Above. It's just spicy. Death from Above is very spicy for what it does. I just can't help but I can't resist it. So I've been messing around with that. But try it out, see what you like. It's pretty cool. Heaven's Clash is interesting. So you might think, hey, Heaven's Clash, you know, with the whole, the way the Hatchet throws, it seems so darn similar to Dual Hurl. Where are we at? Yeah. Seems so similar to Dual Hurl. And you may be wondering, when would I ever use this? Now, if you pay attention to... let me get rid of Dual Hurl just for my sake. Now, let's pay attention to how this ability travels, alright? Alright, so it travels outward, and then it boomerangs back and travels inward. And there seems to be a spot where both of the hatchets seem to hit. So yeah, there is definitely a sweet spot in which you can hit an enemy from behind. Alright, and then it comes back to you. Let's just show that in real time. So yeah, absolutely great for some distance. And let's see what happens if I do it right. Ooh, look at those critical hits. And did you notice that? That's actually what I wanted to show you. It forced him to turn around when he was blocking. Look at that, it turned him around because the AI is gonna be like, hey, I'm getting hit, I gotta turn around for it. So yeah, definitely if you're at, I would say, a little further than spear range, yeah. It can definitely mess opponents up, especially if they block. Let's see how it works with this. Ooh, was that nice or what? Dodged away. Oh, got that hit off. So there's an idea for a combo. Tile Shaker into Heaven's Clash. Oh, but he dodged that time. Pretty good though. Let's see it one more time. Ooh. So yeah, definitely play around with that. Don't underestimate it. Really, dude? Wait, what? It missed? I was just preaching how good it was and it missed. Okay, dude. You hurt my feelings. Oh, come on. So yeah, I guess there's the whole sweet spot thing. But definitely tinker with it. It's an ability that you shouldn't overlook. Let's see what else we have to cover. That almost it? Oh, well, it conflicts with other things I've already talked about. Deadly Spiral. I mean, dude. Do I really need to say anything? Oh, god dang it. Do I really need to say anything? Throw your hatchets around. Let them keep going while you are charging forward. That is so sick. Love this ability. The damage output it has isn't necessarily the best, but definitely one of those abilities I like to use because it's just so sexy. And then I get grabbed. Thanks. Alright, let's try it again. Let me try it at close range. Alright, close range. Close range is pretty good. It still does an appreciable amount of damage. So definitely like, hey, I want to super engage and stuff. Get lots of hits. And the interesting thing is, as you can see, the hatchets will keep going as soon as you let go of them. So if you want to sequence, say, soul cores and stuff like that, it feels so darn good. So try that out for size. I also like to use it after I use soul cores, because I find that the input buffering just feels natural. Yeah, try that out. I'm sure you'll like it. Alright, give you a good ol' Epone. And you're dead. So yeah, charge forward, have your hatchets go, and you can sequence that with other abilities, such as, say, dual hawks. Oh, I screwed that up. Against humans, let's demonstrate its effects. Pretty neat, huh? Add a couple of things onto that. Alright, let's try it again. Feels pretty rad, doesn't it? Ooh. Nice. Need I say more about that? So yeah, I love it. It contests with dual hurl because, and I'll actually show you why. It's not because I got Heaven's Clash and dual hurl looks the same. I'm actually going to talk about something that's so cool, and I got to mention it. I believe I've talked about chain hurl, right? I think I have. Oh, I have not talked about a couple of these abilities. I'll just talk about them anyway. So, Eagle Shadow is good for setups. You can allow a hatchet. Oops. You can set things up. So, quite a lot of verticality to it. Doesn't do the most damage. Dude, when is it coming down? Oh my god, come on down. Look at that air time. It has a lot of hang time. Lord. It has a lot of air time. So you can use it to set things up and kind of just have things sync together. And so it can feel cool. Here's a cool one. Eagle Shadow. Perfect Key Pulse Flux 2 into Demon Undercut. Basically a perfect hit. If I did it right. Let me show you just like a quick little combo with it. I actually do use Eagle Shadow with the Axe Flash attack, which I know is Blasphemy, right? Okay, you done? Just trying to get him out of key. Okay, let's demonstrate this. Cool, huh? Chain Hurl, whee! In case I didn't mention this last time, Chain Hurl, you gotta be kind of close. I think I did mention this. You can just keep tapping that over and over and over again until you are satisfied with your result. And then go into Wild Surge. It feels really good. Alright, straight up, it feels really good. And then there's Mountain Climber, which is interesting. So it only functions off of... Actually, let me test this out. I don't think this will work, but I've never actually tested it. Dang it. Don't think it'll work. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Mountain Climber seems to only function off of light attacks or quick attacks. But basically, it's a hop over your enemy. If you decide to only hop over your enemy, then you can actually key pulse after it. Will it work after I do the attack? Oh, it does work after the attack now, so it's been changed. So it's definitely really cool to be able to hop over opponents. Then I'm sure you can imagine engaging, disengaging, as I talked about with Boulder Breaker and Wild Surge. So definitely give that definitely mess around with it. Being able to hop over your opponents is exquisite. Unfortunately, because hatchets have low range when they're purely in a in a melee. In melee range, you do have to unfortunately be fairly close for this to work. But it is pretty nice to get behind a target and get some extra damage. I find it more effective against bigger targets, so I don't have to worry about like tiny enemy hitboxes. So it's pretty rad for that purpose. Yeah, I just straight up avoided that because I hopped over. So it feels very similar to Dual Swords, Dual Dragon. But what's nice that you can key pulse after. Sorry, not that you can key pulse after it, but that with hatchets you can more readily, I guess, control your distance, whereas that's not necessarily a strength with dual swords. So yeah, definitely try it out. I love Mountain Climber. It's quite a lot of fun. So give that a go. Oh, for real. This is what I do. I just Epon spam. Alright, what else is left? I don't think there's too much left from Hatchet's base moveset, but there is something super special I've been saving for this moment. Okay, I think I've got Wolf's Rage. The Wolf's Rage is very similar to Moonshadow, but it feels pretty cool. Especially against humans, so if you find yourself getting blocked in low and mid stance, really don't matter. Ooh, Wolf Rage does a whopping amount of break damage. So yeah, definitely facilitates that whole idea of really packing a punch in close range. Just press triangle when your attack gets deflected. Something I am curious about. Will it function? Oh, it does function on triangle, the base triangle attacks. Nice. Cool. So yeah. Alright, but I think enough about the Hatchet's movesets. There's actually something super... I just did it last minute. Need to make sure. I'm paranoid I haven't forgotten anything. Arise has very low range. Yeah, okay. Just, you gotta be like right next to the target. So it's okay. I think that's everything with the base moveset, right? Boulder Breaker, check. All Ablaze, move faster, do more damage, sacrifice defense. Okay, great. Biting Hail, dodge and attack at the same time. Awesome. It costs a lot of keys, so I just reduce the key consumption of it. I think that's it. Okay. All right. So, are you guys ready to be blown away by something with the hatchets? Now, I've neglected talking about the running attacks and the dodge attacks because there is a lot of crazy stuff going on with it. So, let's talk about the running attacks first. Hatchets has some of the strangest tech I've ever seen with a weapon. To facilitate this idea, let me first talk about the Hatchet's flash attack. This is super unique, all right? If you are in mid stance with Hatchets, right, it looks similar to the second mid stance quick for Hatchets. But get this, it is the only weapon in which you can seamlessly transition into a mid stance combo ender. Why that's the case, I have no clue. All you gotta do is just add in an extra quick attack and you can do whatever your mid stance combo ender is. So you can just keep attacking. Alright? I have no clue why that's the case. That's how wonky it is. I just had to share that. But now, Hatchet's behavior changes depending upon whether the weapon is sheathed or not, okay? I know, that's weird. What? So, before I get into that, let's talk about the running attacks. So the running attacks are a little weird. So not hold run, but just quick tap. I'm just gonna do a quick tap of the quick attack. Nothing too unique. Doesn't matter if I press square or triangle. Alright, but it's different for high stance. Alright, watch this. High stance, quick run. High stance, strong run. Quick run took some time. Strong run was like near instant. And it's basically the same thing. What? Why? I don't know. But it's awesome. So if you need a quick running engage aside from advancing storm, try a high stance, strong running attack. Okay? It's really fast and powerful. If you're concerned about a damage output, let's just test it right in front of you. Okay, roughly a grand. The exact same numbers. What? Why is this a thing? I don't know. Alright, I just need to kill him. Okay. That's weird, right? Okay, let's just talk about base attacks, the base triangle attacks, when your weapon is just out, okay? Strong attack. Wonky strong attack, okay? Okay, here's where it starts to get ridiculous. Watch. Okay, and then just basic, strong, basic, quick. It gets weird when you sheath your weapons. So watch what happens. Sheath my weapon. That seems exactly the same, right? Seems exactly the same. Now here's where it gets crazier. Sheath, dodge, attacks. Okay, this weapon is nuts for that reason. The sheath, dodge, attacks. So when you're sheathed, do a dodge into either quick or strong and watch what happens. So I'm gonna do it with the high stance, strong attack while it's sheathed. So we've seen if I sheath and I don't move, kind of the slow, high stance, strong, which is what I would expect. Now I'm gonna dodge after the weapon's been sheathed and watch what occurs. Just what? It got faster. What the heck? Oh, come on. You gotta be really quick. What? Why is that so fast? Wait, does it do the same amount of damage? Let's find out. Normal, high stance, strong. Sheath, just do a high stance, strong. Oh, come on. Come on, let me do it. Okay. Okay. What? Why is it so fast? Same damage, what the heck, man? Okay, what about mid-stance sheath normally? Nothing impressive. Wait, what? What's going on? Wait, what? So basically, the damage isn't changing. It's just hatchets are behaving weirdly. So this applies to every stance in some capacity, okay? Mid-stance, if I do the quick dodge sheath, I get the strong attack, irrespective if I'm doing a quick or a strong, which is very different from if I just stood in place. So dodge sheath behavior is very different for hatchets, just like running attack behavior is very different. But now let me show you low stance, okay? What? Why is it doing the mid stance attack? For quick. For low stance strong, it's what I would expect. Okay, what? How? How does that work? Now here's where it gets even nuttier. You can kind of do some weird combo enders as a result. Okay, watch this. This is what blows my mind. So this is so silly. There's this. I'm struggling to explain this because it's nuts. Maybe I'll just show you and then I'll talk about what happened. Okay. What? What the heck just happened? I was in low stance, right? I'm in low stance. Why can't I do lethal barrage? What the crap? What? What just happened? So here's what's going on. I'm in low stance, I'm doing a quick, and then I switch to high stance, and then for whatever reason, I start doing high stance attack. All you gotta do is just switch. Just switch your stances. What? In fact, all you have to do if you want to do a quicker lethal barrage is do the dodge quick while you're sheathed, switch to high stance, and then just hold triangle. All right, watch. What? What? That makes no sense, but it's so cool. So yeah, I don't know, this is definitely spaghetti code, but who can complain? So yeah, that's the weird thing. Also, dodge sheath behavior, so you can do that if you dodge back. If you dodge back or dodge forward, sometimes the behavior changes. That's a weird thing too. So I'm sheathed, I'm gonna do square triangle, okay? And I'm gonna dodge forward. What? And you can just keep pressing triangle, and then you can do spinning crab. What? It changes depending on what you do. I don't understand. Okay, whatever. It changes if you dodge backwards or to the side. Okay. Okay, man. So you got a quick little thing you can do. It's so weird. It is so weird. Now, what I think takes the cake is mid stance. All right. So with high stance, you've got the quick hit there. Especially in strong, it feels really powerful. I like that a lot. Mid stance, depending on which direction you're going. Also, if you go to the side, you're fine as well. Going to the side, going to the back is basically the same. But mid stance takes the cake, okay? So mid stance strong, no big deal. Do mid stance quicks. So here's what you want to do. So let me just show you, okay? I'll just show you. I gotta show you and then I'll tell you. What just happened? So in sheathed, while I'm sheathed with mid stance, you just dodge, then quick. So you do dodge, quick, strong, quick, strong. You gotta be really fast on it. So while you're sheathed, dodge, quick, and then strong, and then you throw a hatchet, right? That looks identical to dual hawk. Need proof? Okay, where are you at, dual hawks? Dual hurl, sorry. See, you saw that quick throw, right? Let's do dual hurl light. The quick throw, for whatever reason, that's what you're doing. And because, now get this, because it's considered a hatchet throw from Wild Surge, you can sequence that into Wild Surge too. Like, what? All right. Are you kidding me? So you may ask yourself, when in the heck am I going to be sheathed with my weapon besides like manually doing a sheath cancel and having all that extra input nonsense? Great question. Watch what happens when I use a yokai ability, okay? Mid stance, I'm going to use I will use Aberrant Soldier. Remember this? I'm sheathed, back from one of the earlier lessons. So after Assault Core, you're right. I can do, let's say, Aberrant, dodge back, and do all that shenanigans. Heck, I can do it after, like, most Soul Cores take the cake, alright? So here, let's showcase this. Tile Shaker. What the hell? Is that actually a thing? All of a sudden, you got some pretty crazy options. And now, for whatever reason, you're doing the wonkiest things possible. So, yeah. Hatchets have crazy tech. Not only can it do combo enders after flash attacks, you've got different behavior depending upon which attacks you use based on when you're running. And you've got the weirdest sheath dodge ability stuff, period. Okay, I don't understand why this is a thing, but in all honesty, do you care? No, it's cool. And it just adds a lot of life to this weapon in which there's so much complexity to it already. So let me give you an example of me absolutely bullying an opponent to the brim with everything we've talked about, just so you can see what's possible. Hey, what's up, man? Nice. Destroyed. Bullied. Let's showcase it against a Yoki. Whee! Pretty radical, I must admit. Oh, I didn't have enough ki, but Spiked Ball worked. Heck, even after Brute Attack, you can do it too. Cool, huh? So again, for my burst counter guide, if you happen to use the brute attack, it'll work right after too. Crazy, huh? So you've got a lot to work with and a lot to study. And I know the runtime for this video is immense, but yeah, a lot to work with. So play around with that. I believe I've covered everything with hatchets. There might be more tech, I don't know. Some of this stuff is fairly on the newer side. So mess around with it. I'm sure you'll enjoy hatchets a lot more than you thought before. It's just such a diverse weapon with the ability to move in and out of combat. And with this tech, it just extends the enjoyment factor so much, which is why I thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm sure you will too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time.